So, I want to first start out this YouTube video by acknowledging that today has been a really crazy day. Not only for me personally, but probably for all of you, and all the teachers and staff, in the district. It's been very tough. I want to first off apologize. One of the things that happened over the weekend that you guys might not be aware about is Governor Pritzker did issue that these next 2 weeks are Act of God days. I'm not an expert in educational policy, I'm not, but those days are meant to be non-instructional, and for that reason, I don't obviously have an answer with the e-learning. I have not gotten any communication or training about that, being completely honest, because it was canceled because of the CDC's reservations about having groups of more than 50 people together. So I do apologize that a lot of you have been emailing me. A lot of you have heard a lot of confusion throughout the day. And frankly, I kind of held off doing this video for as long as I did, just because I want to make sure I'm getting that information. The big thing I want to convey is that this is a weird time. You're going to remember this the rest of your life. We all are. We're going to know exactly, where we were when we were first kind of found out about this. Like, this is not probably happening in my education career. And this is just kind of a crazy thing. So I do want to again acknowledge that this has been incredibly challenging and incredibly tough. But there is some things that we can control. And there are some things that we can do that are very positive. First and foremost, juniors that are watching this video, I'm going to be putting SAT resources and links that I have at the bottom in the comment section below. I think that this is an easy time to lose focus. No one's going to hold your hand right now. This time is a beautiful time for you to be able to reflect. To really kind of see where you're at, not only in school, but as a human being, as a person. You could take these 3 weeks and you can really do something special with them. Personally, for me, some of you know that it's been kind of tough for me since October. I'm just trying to get back on track, but I've already developed a plan with me running. These YouTube videos are going to be great ways for me to rehash some of these topics that I really wanted to make new videos on. So in a way, I'm trying to give this an opportunity. I'm by no means, saying you have to go do something physical like I am outside my house. That's my decision. You got to make sure you're staying safe. But I do want to try to keep things to be as normal as possible. And I do really kind of want to acknowledge that this is not something that's going to be easy. And, if I could do a YouTube video every day, Monday through Friday, that's 15 videos, that's 150 minutes-ish. I really want to keep these around 10 to 12, including this one. Because I really want you guys to be prepared for the test when you come back. When you guys come back, and I'm going to try to mention this every video, we are taking the multiple choice as a class, and people who didn't take the free response, you are responsible to do that. So this week I'm going to be focusing primarily on gas laws, making sure that we're fresh on those. There will also be practice problems below, as well as resources and links. Next week, I want to be looking at the next unit solutions just for a week. Just to get some basic vocab in, because there is a lot of vocab that unit, and just kind of basically going over a few things. And then over spring break, honestly, I might branch it out a little bit. I might show you guys how to do a cooking, like cook one of my favorite recipes, or I have a really famous Alfredo recipe that I know some people really want a recipe on. So just to kind of just keep your minds open, keep your minds active. Don't take these 3 weeks off. Don't treat this as summer vacation. That's probably the worst thing you could do right now, because there's still a lot of really important things happening, and I don't want you guys to miss it. So, if y'all don't mind, 4:45 I'm going to say, and we kind of going to go from there. Just to jump in, this is going to be like a 5-minute kind of thing, so really short, sweet, to the point. When talking about the math section for gas laws. There's going to be these 5 equations and as well as these 2 variables for you. The reason why we have to be extremely careful, and the reason, honestly, the math went pretty well from Friday, especially with the honor students. You need to know where these are coming from. And that's kind of a really important thing. In my first hour class, I know that we've barely talked about some of these things, but it's still not a bad thing to see. Here, as you can see, with Boyle's Law, Charles' Law, and then I'm going to put this one here, Gay-Lussac's Law, we're really kind of looking at 2 of the 3 variables for gases being used. And as you know, those are going to be pressure, volume. Oops. I'm sorry, guys. Honestly, I'm going to be trying some new things, some new locations, some new lighting things that I have. I don't have like a professional camera or anything, but I still want to really take advantage of these opportunities. So if it's shaky, I do apologize. We're still going to be talking about pressure, volume, temperature, moles. Okay, those are the 4 values. And of course, these cover 3 of the 4 of those. Particularly here, being honest, you can clearly see that there's no volume, no temperature. This one, there is no pressure. And this one, there is no volume. So you're able to kind of go through and check those out. Cross multiply, solve for x. Pretty easy. With this one, combined gas law and Pivnert, or the ideal gas law, everything will be changing here. There will be nothing constant. And then Pivnert, again, reveals our R values. One of the things that I saw that's kind of an issue, the R values are just constants, okay? They're not equations. When you look at the, when you look at the units, right? That's not a formula. This is the unit for this. That's crazy. That's a big unit. That's more complicated than most things I ever worked with in college even. But it's really useful because it tells us that's the kPa one. With the other one, it's liters ATM divided by mole Kelvin. Again, this allows the R value to cancel out all the other units, allowing this to work. Like we mentioned with class, this is the glue that connects all these variables together. And that's a really awesome thing. And again, math went really, really, really well. There were some people plugging stuff in here. Don't do that. You never did that on the practice worksheets. I never did that in class. So again, I really hope that that isn't something that continues. I know in my first hour class, we haven't talked about these 2 equations yet. These are the more advanced ones. Solving them are not hard. It's not hard. The only thing that really kind of like trips people up, to be honest, just like early on, again, this is specifically for my first hour students, pressure can be in ATMs or kPa. And that gets people a little bit sometimes. Both of these are pressure units. They're new. You know, we're used to doing pounds per square inch, weather channels and stuff use millimeters of mercury if you're ever like looking at the weather or on your phone for the app. We don't use these 2. But these 2 are really, really good. So that's really something to check out. And again, just as kind of a really quick refresher, we have degrees Fahrenheit, degrees Celsius, and Kelvin. As a lot of you know, Fahrenheit is bad, Celsius is bad, Fahrenheit's actually worse, and then Kelvin is the way to go. And again, how do you get from here to here? You add 273. So maybe a little bit shorter than I wanted to do. So just wanted to review the math a little bit. Tomorrow we might do the math. We don't know. It's really gonna be kind of what I'm feeling day by day. I don't have a plan out for this. But again, I do want to recognize that I miss you guys. Again, it was a really challenging day, but a huge part of it was that I love my job. I care about each one of you, not only as a student, but as an individual. And you guys are doing some amazing things. And it bothers me, like, that like everything's thrown upside down for everybody right now, and that's tough. But just know if anyone needs anything, just shoot me an email. Because really, we all need to stick together in this, and you know, if I can do a little YouTube video and just try to keep things normal for you guys, maybe get a little bit ahead, you know, that's a really, really cool thing. So thank you for the time. I'm going to really try to keep them between 10 and 12 minutes long, and probably do this around the same time tomorrow. If you need anything, let me know. Later, guys.